Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to the Islands of Insight Hub Puzzle series. Oh wow, look how far away we can see that sightseer from now. Jeez, that update I mentioned in the previous episode sure is noticeable. And that one too, wow. Can we see like any others just looking off here in the distance? Anyways, well, that's not what we're doing today. Um, I was actually going to start over here by looking at the cluster, and then I could just say, oh, I looked at the cluster, it's nothing new today, and then not worry everybody about running over here to go look at it. But then I saw, not this puzzle, but, as you will see momentarily, whoops, I've made a mistake. Okay. As you see momentarily, I saw a one-star logic grid over here, so I'm like, oh, okay, that could be fun. So let's check it out. We have no diagonals allowed from dark tiles. And then dark regions have area 3. Okay. So this one's either going to be, like, going out of here, or it's going to be going across here. I guess all dark regions have area 3 means we're only going to be doing the 3x1. We are not going to have any elbow macaronis. So that is something to keep in mind. For example, here, if we go up or down with this one, we're going to have to get 4 more tiles over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get 4 tiles. We'd have to put like a 3 and then a 1 or something like that. Let's see. Let's do our givens first. How about that? So if we put a tile here, we can't go left or right. We have to put a tile here. Nope, that tile's done. I just forgot to fill it in. Alright, so now we can fill that in. I think I'm overcomplicating what I'm looking at a little bit much. So there can't be a... Could there be a tile in here? Like this? That would mean nothing is allowed here, 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 or here. Yeah, so there could not be a tile in here like that. So the 3x1 up here is going to be along the top somewhere. We can fill that in. Now we know that the 3x1 is going to fill into there, which lets us get over this kind of progress. So we now know there's going to be a 3 and then a 1. So is there any tile we can say for certain is not going to have a dark tile in it? So it could either be like this, or like this, or like this, or like that. I guess not this one, right? If this tile is light, can we do it? We can do this, right? Yeah, that would work. So let's not assume that's light yet. There's no room for a 3x1 here or here, so let's fill that in. And we can't start another 3x1 there, and we can't start one here. Let's think. So there has to be a 3x1 over here. Let's see, this 3 is going to see these 3 down here, so we know it doesn't go this way. Okay. There's something. Now we know that our 3x1 for this area needs to be there. That's good. And then we're going to have a 3x3 either here or here. Sorry, 3x1. So we know it's going to pass through those 2 squares, and it's going to blot out all of that. We need 3 more squares over here, so we're going to want to do this. Alright, that was pretty cool. We can call that one the 3x1 puzzle. Amazing creativity I have, don't I? Let's see. Since these leitmotifs caught my eye, I can go grab them. There was one up here and one up there. I also see a glide ring up here, which is definitely something we don't want to miss out on. Oh, and for the daily quest I'm hanging on to, yesterday I did a little bit more running around off camera, and I picked up, of course, a Wanderer's Match 3 quest, so that's what I'm going to be doing here. Are these... These are in an even parity lock, okay. Let's see, what do we have to do here? We have to do something like this, I think. There we go. I actually not really sure what I did, because that looked like it was going to be really hairy, so I'm just glad I solved it. Alright, let's go up to this glide ring. Not that high up. It's up on this mountain, but not like in the stratosphere. Whoa, 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 okay. Also, my mouse is stuck. my cord of my mouse got stuck under the edge of my monitor stand. That's funny. Okay, I used my double jump here, so let's be careful. Okay, good, good. It's kind of a weird glide ring. Let's get this hidden arch, and then let's do a music grid. This is close, but I definitely botched something here. There we go. Again, music grids having like a weird little pattern in them. Somehow it's musical. Oh, jeez. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't like match 3s with 2 colors, but that was like the easiest match 3 with 2 colors ever. Oh yeah, where was this leitmotif we saw from across the way? I saw it from so far away, now I can't see it anymore? What the heck? There it is. Is there like a range where it's visible and then it goes invisible until you get closer again? Or am I just like, I just wasn't paying attention as I was flying away? Could be the latter, who knows. Okay. Open sesame. Okay, let's take a look at Lucent Waters. Hold on, what's going on up here? Archipelago of Curiosities, why do you have an unsolved puzzle? Hold on. According to my save stats, I have everything solved over there. Let me whoop, not save editor. Close that. Save stats. Let me run save stats again, see if one of the puzzles, like, unsolved itself. But in the meantime, let's look at Lucian Water. So, I took a look at this before I started recording. So I did notice that hitting cubes is 24 minutes from refreshing, and we only need 2 of those. So if we can wait for the refresh and then see if there's any more that we need, that'd probably be a good idea. 14 logic grids. That's a big one. So we're definitely going to want to go over there and start looking for those. And nothing else. So I think probably not going to spend the whole 24 minutes on camera looking for those, or waiting for the hitting cubes, but I might look for the logic grids and then pause recording for a bit, maybe go take care of some things around the house and such, and then I will come back and they'll reset and we can see if there's any that we can go find. Alright, let's see here. Looks like we have a pretty easy connect the dots puzzle. And I hear a plane outside. Hopefully it's not picking up in the audio too much. Alright, so we are only really looking for logic grids. There is that feature in not save stats, the offline restoration I could turn on to make finding those easier, but I feel like we can save that as like a last resort kind of thing. Okay, so we're gonna need to go out here like that. We basically need to make an S shape, right? For all of these, or an L shape, I shape also. Okay. According to the game, that was a Autumn Falls. Let me see what save stats has to say about the Archipelago of Curiosities. Huh. Nothing, huh? Let me, like, run up there and take a look at the entrance of the Enclave. That's very weird that it's like, yo. We're not done up here, but, like, no such puzzle to be found. Is there anywhere else that is like that? No, the only other green check mark is at Temple of Infinite Rings, which makes sense. Speaking of Temple of Infinite Rings, we are still 2 rings away from solving it, so we did not get any new progress from what's it called? We didn't get any new progress from doing our little activity there last time. Okay, so I remember one time I went in here and like one of these puzzles in here, one of these shifting mosaics had unsolved itself or something. So let's just see if these are all solved. Yeah, these are all solved. I'm gonna post this in the Discord really quick and see if I can get an answer. Okay, so I'm reading, and it appears to be a, technically it's a bug with save stats, but apparently it is a morphic fractal over here. So this morphic fractal apparently wouldn't spawn in, and when you solved a different morphic fractal, it counted as solving this one. So the game thought you had solved this one when you really hadn't. Or something like that, if I'm understanding correctly. I don't know, I don't really know the technical ins and outs of this game, but anyways, it is one of these slightly more skill-based morphic fractals, so there we go, got it done. And we are back to our golden square. Alright, cool. Order has been restored in the universe. We are now 100% static boy once again. Anyways, let's continue down here in the Lucian Waters looking for some logic grids. Just looking around. I hope I'm not, like, flying too high such that I can't, like, see them. I mean, I think I can see them. I can see this one here on the ledge. I can see the matchbox there on the ground, the hidden cube over there, so... yeah, I think they're visible. There's one. I'm just gonna stay up here while I have the height and just keep scouting from up here. How many did I do so far? 2? There's another one. And maybe that's not so great because I feel like I didn't really find that many doing that. Well, let's go pick up the ones that I did see. Alright, no elbow macaronis. This is the elbow macaroni free zone. Okay. I feel like we can just do this. No. Something like this. Alright. I'm glad that worked out for me, considering I didn't even really, like, think that much about it. I just started doing it. Alright, let me pull up my recording time over here. See, A needs to come out over here. Oh man, B is gonna have like quite a trip to go on. E is not doing anything over here, so let's see. Let's just take it. Whoops. Let's take it one tile at a time, I guess. C doesn't need to go anywhere either. So B, we want it to connect. These two need to connect, and then also these need to connect. But A needs to get out of here first, so I guess B is actually going this way. Alright, so B goes down here. Then around this corner. Alright. That was a slightly harder letter puzzle. I'm generally not my favorite kind of puzzle. I don't know. I don't find them that interesting. But that one was a little bit more interesting. Okay. Still looking around for grids as I'm flying towards this one that I marked. Okay, we have letters again, but the tiles are huge. So you have to watch out for making accidental collisions. I love that. Don't make a dark square either. Okay. Light square is okay though, so let's see, how do we want to traverse this gap here? Well, clearly we have to do that, so I think we just want to close that in, then do that. Perfect. Okay. How much time is left for these hidden cubes? Still 8 minutes left? I'm gonna go ahead and do a bit of scouting off camera because 10 more logic grids around here. Wow, where are they? Why are none of them appearing? We've only found 7 of the 10. Like, gross, right? anyways, I'm gonna do a little bit of scouting off camera, and I'll just pull up the continue the recording whenever I find more puzzles to look at. Except after this one, because I just found one. So this is a pretty basic one. We do have kind of a crunch situation we want to apply up here. So squeezing everything in as tight as it can go, basically. Okay. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, I'm over here kind of at the edge of the autumn falls. And I see this cube down here. I don't know if it belongs to Autumn Falls or not Autumn Falls, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it anyways. So, looks like it is a spot the thing kind of puzzle. Let's see, where do we need to spot a thing? There's a thing to be spotted here. Good stuff. Right, I think we should be good to do an all fill. Wait, Autumn Falls? Hold on. Lucent Waters Logic Grid. Yeah, I think that counted for one of them, so... good to know. If we're down here in the riverbed, apparently we're still in the Lucent Waters, even though when I open the map it says otherwise. Oh, I do also have this daily quest. Maybe I want to pivot from hunting for these logic grids a bit and work on this daily quest. So, rolling block puzzle and shifting mosaic. I might just run over to the relevant areas to find those really quick. Let's see, we have a light over here, and a light here, and a light here. Just so that we get the quest credit given. Kind of a long melody for a one-pit puzzle. Alright. Oh man, sorry for Pip Logic Grid. We have other business. Sorry Music Grid, we have other business. Don't want to spend too long running around getting distracted in this area. I will, like, take this, Wait, where'd the hidden ring go? There it is. I was like, it didn't just despawn, did it? Would have been furious. Okay, let's solve green last. Alright, good stuff. 2 red matchboxes sitting up here. Can we find their buddies really quick? And I think we saw a rolling block puzzle down there. What's the other shape? It is the square within a square within a square. And there's another matchbox here, man. They're just everywhere here today. So it being embedded in the ground like this usually means you want to be standing up high somewhere or something to get a view of it and then wherever its red buddy is. And then we can just look around in the area because we're still looking for the green square within a square. It's a dream within a dream. Is it inside of here, maybe? No. Okay. Well, I tried. There's more red matchboxes that are not related to the one I'm looking for. Let's just go ahead and pivot to these another time, because it is not within what I am trying to do right this second. Continue searching. I'm really bad at, like, doing what I said I'm gonna do, huh? This kind of is, like, the ultimate OCD puzzle game where you're like, ooh, puzzle, ooh, puzzle, ooh, puzzle, and you just, like, keep doing the puzzles instead of doing what you thought you were gonna do for the day. Anyways, I thought this rolling block puzzle here would be a new one, but it is not. So let's go over towards the Shady Wildwood. That was a very lucky solve there, I would say. This is a solved match 3. Alright, Shady Wildwood. We are looking for a rolling block puzzle and a shifting mosaic. I believe most of our wall tiles spawn over in this general area. Yeah, there's a bunch. Just eyeballing this matchbox that I saw. Here's one that we can see. Hello? I got stuck in the matchbox animation. That was very weird. I wasn't holding the mouse or anything. Alright, so we got some rolling block puzzles. There's always 2 rolling block puzzles down here. I learned that rolling block puzzles are actually, in the offline restoration mod, they are static to make it so that they spawn consistently. Okay, so here we want to be in this position, rolled up here. So, let us do just that. We have a terminus point up here. Let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, we need to think about how we're filling in the edges of this thing. Maybe we want to go like this? No, that gives us a new dead end over there. Here we go. This appears promising. Alright, I did want to catch this memory grid here. Yeah, I'm not remembering all that. Come on. And then this is like that. And then, is that it? That was it. Okay. Okay, let's get these 2 hidden archways and this hidden ring over here, and then we're gonna go grab a shifting mosaic from the other, around the corner over here. Tree matchbox, huh? Well, yeah, I did not find it in the short 3 seconds I spent looking for it, so that's the loss of the puzzle, I guess. That's its loss. Alright, how are we dealing with this guy here? Move this up here. There we go. Alright, there is our daily variety action puzzle quest completed. Let's turn that in. Let's take 20 puzzle boxes. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I didn't take the quest off camera, but I saw it, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to want to take this later. So, our hidden cubes have 3 more minutes. I'm going to continue searching for logic grids off camera, probably. And I will be back when I find the next one. So, see you in a second. Here's one right here. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright. Pretty straightforward puzzle. I think there are 6 left? 7 left. Wow. And still got over a minute left on our hidden cube. Here's one of them, actually. Good find, good find. Let's see. We have the don't make a weird snake puzzle. So you can make a snake with bumps coming out of it, but they have to be at a certain interval and location. This is one I've not really internalized that well. So we have no reason to go down here. Can't cross there. We can't cross here. No reason to go there. There we go. So it's like, yeah, when you have a stretch, I guess for this rule, you have to go at least 3 tiles before you can turn. But if you have a stretch of, if you have a stretch like this, you can kind of poke out to one direction. I don't know how to describe it exactly. Anyways, I'm actually going to be right back again, so see you in a second. And a quick look in our stats shows that the hidden cubes have refreshed, so there is currently 1 hidden cube available. I think we know there is one over here that could appear in this area. Not hearing it, so I'm going to assume it's at the other spot. So let's run over to that area. It's literally across the zone, so I'm going to cut while I'm running there. So I'll be right back in a second, unless I see a puzzle on the way. And I did indeed find a puzzle on the way. Kind of hidden here in the trees. Alright, so don't make that thing. I think we can probably just assume the pattern's gonna look like this. Okay. I really didn't want to do that one tile at a time, so I'm glad that worked out. Okay, so according to my information, there should be a hidden cube, like, over here. Or maybe it's up on top. Up here. Aha, here it is. Even though it's in, kind of feels like it's in the Serene Deluge, it is in fact in Lucian Water. So there we go. We only have 1 hidden cube remaining. I am in Serene Deluge. We only have 1 hidden cube remaining. And then 3 rings. And then many logic grids, but we have 5 more available today, so make that 4 more after I solve this one. So see, we have the no domino rule for the dark cells. That means all of our connections are going to be diagonal like so. So C is going to connect like that, and then D is going to come down here. Oh, there's an E here, though. Let's get back to that in a second. Let's log B in there. I don't think we can just actually lock it in like that. Did we make a mistake? No, we haven't made a mistake, but I'm making like too wide of a assumption here, I think. Here we go. That's how E is locked up. And then lock those areas up like that. Okay, cool. Alright, 4 more to go. I'm just gonna cut and paste. I mean, you know what I mean. Ha ha ha, funny. Be right back. Alright, I have found a new puzzle for us to complete. Hooray! And it's letters, of course. Not really anything noteworthy, though. So, there we go. +1 puzzle. 3 more to go for today. I do see a logic grid over here. This is almost definitely in the Autumn Falls, but it's close enough to the Serene Deluge where I'm like, okay, let's go just like double check, you know? And then we have, of course, one of my least favorite rules, the all numbers off by one rule. Okay, that was indeed Autumn Falls, so that's okay. Just wanted to double check. I mean, it doesn't, like, hurt us to get Autumn Falls puzzle box credit. We have to get, like, we're getting them all eventually, so that's just one less Autumn Falls puzzle in the future. Anyways, I will be back again once I find my next target puzzle. Ooh, finally found another one. I've been looking for a while, actually, and they were just, like, not showing up, so I'm glad I found one. Pretty simple one, but it is one less that we have to solve. Now, I've been searching for a while, actually. I just got done coming up, kind of this side of the aqueduct. I've been all over the place at this point. So there's only 2 left, and I'm pretty satisfied leaving it at that. I'm kind of tired of searching, also, if I'm being totally honest. So I might give it like one more quick, brief look over areas that I don't typically search very thoroughly. And if I find it, then cool. If not, then that's also cool, because I am ready to be done searching for today. So, I'm gonna, like, give it another 2 minutes, maybe, of looking, and then that's where I'm gonna call it. You know, I could also test out that, logic grid kind of radar. The only thing about that is that I believe it requires a game restart to turn on. Like, there's no in-game toggle for it. You have to go to the mod configuration file and turn it on from there. Let me actually do that, like, just check it out. I don't think I'm going to use it regularly or anything, but we can use it now, and then maybe if we have a really hard time later, like we're looking for the last puzzle, we'll use it again, but I'm not going to make a habit of it, but also, let's just check it out. So yeah, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to need to reboot my game for this, so. Okay, we are back. And I feel this is not where I logged out at. That's kind of weird. Did, all my puzzle progress retain? If we're still 1 away from hitting hidden boxes, still 2 away from logic grids, okay. Yep, nothing else seems to be out of the ordinary here. But now we have this radar marker that points us to the nearest incomplete puzzle. So I think, yeah, so I'm pretty sure when you open the game and close it in offline mode, the locations of things shuffle, because I had a puzzle over here, I'm very sure, before I restarted. So, this wasn't here before. So this doesn't tell me if this was in a place where it used to be. Let's see, we need to connect all dark cells, meaning if we go here, we would need to go here with a light cell. And then this one wouldn't be able to do anything. So these need to connect in the middle. That means we need to be able to go around both sides of it with the dark. Alright, and there's the other one over there. Once again, that for sure was not there, because I had looked over there. So yeah. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Did I come through here? I thought I did. Anyways, yeah, let's just go ahead and do the puzzle. It is a classic letter puzzle. D is gonna have to come through here, go around the B. B is gonna have to come up here and go around the D. Okay, so D is coming up here. D is connected. I think everything is connected and we can just drop in all the light cells. Yeah, there we go. And now what does it point to? Now it just points to the nearest logic grid, which is over there. This might be fun, just to have an episode where I have this turned on and I just, like, follow it for 30 minutes. Should I do that? Post in the comments if you think I should do that. Anyways. All dark regions. Okay, well, we can go ahead and solve ye old puzzle over here. 7, let's finish that one. Okay, cool. And now the next one is down there. Wow, this would be, like, pretty cool if I just, like, want to bash out a ton of logic puzzles in one day. But anyways, I think that's what I'm going to call it. Oh, there is one thing I will want to check before I do my sign-off here. But, as usual, if you are enjoying the Islands of Insight Hub Puzzle series, feel free to drop it? No, don't do that. Feel free to leave it a like, feel free to drop a subscribe, that's what I meant to say. And I hope to see you next time. Let's take a quick look down here. Any congruence in the house? Because I think restarting the game also shuffles congruence. Maybe I'll just have a day where I, like, restart the game like 5 times to see if we can finish this off. But for now, signing off. See you next time. Bye!